Should be now.
And testing my own microphone. I think it's all good.
Yeah, sounds good to begin with. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, let me just have another talk because I think it's going quiet instead of crackly. Yeah, it's going quiet instead of crackly. But I'd rather quiet than crackly.
Yeah, it's clear enough. Still hear you loud enough from what I can hear. So, yeah, without further ado, welcome in to Off the Line Racing. We're here for round 8 tonight in Azerbaijan. We're here for EU2, if I didn't already say that.
Yeah, I have some track
I have
information
Tom.
if you'd like
Yep.
to share. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you
No,
there.
no,
My name's
you
Tom.
carry on. Yeah, I just
Forgot that it's commonplace for you to introduce me, but as you can see, we've got 13 people in at the moment. We did have 18 due to come, but we've had a few people no show or come in late, so I'll keep an eye on that, as is my job as co-commentator. But it is also my job as a commentator to take you through the circuit that we are racing at today for Season 3, Round 8 of Baku, Azerbaijan. We're at the Baku City Circuit. It is a street circuit. And it's one of the most challenging ones on the calendar. You've got plenty of left-handers and right-handers. You've got chicanes, you've got 90-degree turns, you've got the castle section, 20 turns in total. The 6-kilometre long track has a 1 kilometre long straight, so 1/6 of the track is just that back straight on the run to turn 1 as you cross the line. And yeah, so last time out it was decent. We had PW Jones gaining more points in the Drivers' Championship. It was really, really good. Raza had really good pace last week, but he was not able to convert that into any sort of points or anything. Excuse me if you can hear that. My cat has just knocked a toy that makes noise, which is not ideal, especially if I'm commentating. But yeah, that's what happened last week. We also had a few penalties go as well. We had Swifty, Luke, and Fake Man all given penalties. So yeah, and Luke, off the back of that, our championship contender, who's currently second in the championship, loses points, crucial points.
Yeah, so it's starting to fire up in the championship now, as this race is the beginning of the second half of the season. There's 12 rounds total. This one obviously says that, well, no, this is the second race in the second half, isn't it? Sorry, this is round 8. So yeah, it's starting to, especially between, I think, Luke and PW Jones, it's starting to spice up a little bit as the gap. Like, Luke is picking up consistent points at the moment, from what I can remember. Sorry, I'm reading through the list at the minute as well. Yeah, just making sure that there are. I don't know. There's no penalties for this week. Nobody has any
no grid penalties.
red penalties or anything, so that's always good to hear. So yeah, nobody's carrying any penalties. Where people qualify is where they will start the race. Other than anybody that, if they get into the lobby by the end of qualifying, any of the late joiners, then they'll obviously be starting from the back if they don't put a lap down.
Yeah, if they don't join with enough time to do a lap, then they will start at the back in order of championship. So, but also then, if there are less drivers, it also means that there's less likely for incidents to happen, but also a great opportunity for drivers who may not always be in the points to get points today. Drivers like PW Jones and Luke here, the main contenders, so that's important to keep an eye on. But yeah, I mean, I suppose everyone else has been sort of evenly matched. There's no one standing out to me as like a non-point scorer.
No. Obviously, we know PW Jones is quick. He'll be one to look out for. Luke, as I mentioned as well. I think it's anyone's game, really. As always, is anybody's game on the day. But yeah, the ones to watch are definitely PW Jones and Luke, as they're the ones closest fighting for the lead of the championship.
Yeah, if I can just cut in there, because I'm going to listen to myself now, as this Alkai, the first driver to set a lap, comes around the final couple of corners, he's going to cross the line, and it's going to be the first lap of the weekend.
Yeah, so he's just making his final run to that line.
Sorry, I was just listening to that as I said it.
Yep.
But yeah, he's going to cross the line now. I just wanted to be a bit loud so I could make sure that my audio is good. Cross the line. First lap of the weekend, the 38.8 at here in the Baku City Circuit. And we'll have to wait for everyone else to set their lap times to get an idea of what the pace is like on that. Next one to cross is going to be Swift. No, not Swift. It's going to be Hilly for 39.1. So that lap looking quite decent.
Yeah, Ben goes up into fourth, and then Margin. I think this is his first week. I think he's a debutant. Margin. I think I'm going to call him Margin.
MD.
Yeah, MD. We'll go. Yeah, I think that's definitely a name I don't remember seeing. So
The debut, I believe.
debutant tonight. Yeah. Yeah, so he took that from Ben, and then nobody cares since has come in as Hilly, Fake Mano, sorry. I saw Hilly drop. Fake Mano comes in now with a pole of the current pole of 38.2, so he knocks 2 tenths off of Luke's lap time. Well, almost, just under 2 tenths.
Nearly breaking into the 37s now. It's a decent lap from Fake Mano. Not a small gap
decent
to some
banker.
of the other drivers.
So just two drivers now. Set. I think Tyrant's he's valid. Yeah, he's lighting up red for me, so I think he's invalidated. Yeah, his light's flashing. He's definitely not pushing that lap. So Juice is still sat in the pit. So yeah, I imagine everybody else that's out now is gonna go into the pit this lap.
Yep, quite a calm start to qualifying.
Yeah, everybody putting a lap in pretty quickly, getting them on the board nice and early.
Some people out of fuel. MD out of fuel in McLaren.
Yeah, Juice is now making his way out as Tyrant makes his way in after that invalidation.
We're looking to improve upon that.
Yeah, I think Juice is also another man that's capable of sticking a quick lap down. I think I've raced with this guy before, and we've seen a fair bit of him now. Yeah, he's capable of being up there with Luke and PW, so...
Yeah, he is third in the championship, I can confirm that. Not far off Luke in terms of points, but that PW Jones lead is a mountain with every race. We can get into that during the lobby reset, though. At the moment, the focus is qualifying, and Juice, on his outlap while everyone else comes in, thinks about their setups, thinks about what they're going to move, what their move is going to be next. He's warming up his tyres, and he's preparing for his first lap of the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how likely Azerbaijan's not that likely for wet, is it?
Nah.
Yeah, so we should hopefully have a nice dry race as well. I mean, it's not impossible, but hopefully, you know, as this track can be, especially Castle section, can be very difficult on the rears. Yeah, on the rear end, it just wants to let go the whole way up there, doesn't it? Most of the time.
Yeah, you don't want to get too early on the power.
Yeah, so in the wet, that would be a very, very difficult section for anyone. So yeah, hopefully it stays dry.
So who is laying the power down though? It's Juicy. He's going to start his lap, opens the DRS for the first time. One thing you got to think about is the battery usage around here, because you got to be careful about how much you use, especially starting the lap. Yeah. He does start his lap. Excuse my yawn.
It's easy to not have enough for the straight at the end, isn't it?
Very easy. Very easy. You can find yourself just losing time to the Delta. You're not losing time too much to the Delta now. You won't have one at the moment. One second, I'm just getting invites if you could take over.
Yeah, so he's on the rundown now. This is turn 3, and at the end of the first DRS, the one of 2 DRS sections. So he's coming to the end of sector 1, so we'll have a look. What is sector 1 time was 34.5 there. We're now coming into that section I was on about a second ago, the most complex section I'd say of this circuit, is we're on the approach to Castle. So he's on the run down to Castle now. You've just got to have the confidence to fling the car in here as he takes it really tight to the wall. You've got to be as close to it. I don't think you can take that quick without being close to that wall, but it looked pretty clean as he came up out of Castle section. So That's most of the most complex bit done in this track now. It's all a matter of keeping it tight to these last couple of apexes, and then it's that run down to the start straight, that long 1 kilometer run down, which he's about to begin now. But obviously, before he can really go for it down the straight, he's got this bendy bit. I have to have a look at what turns they are, of the left and right turn, but now he's going to look to get that wing open. I can't see the light flashing yet, so he's still got the battery and there's the flash, so he's now low or out of that battery, and he goes with a 1:38.7 for his first lap, which puts him just behind PW Jones by 6 100s. 6 100s.
In the meantime of all that, I think Spaceman Birdie crashed. I don't know if you caught it, but he's had some unsavoury words to say in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord,
I did see it. Yeah, I was gonna I saw the retirement anyway as I was on with Juice, but I didn't see obviously what happened.
I think he's crashed. Oh, Pirate King also crashed in the castle section. Excuse my yawns, I'm not too tired, so I don't know where they're coming from, but he's definitely got some damage. He definitely won't be continuing that lap. He's got both end plates are gone.
Yeah, so I think it was KFC bloke just joined. We had 13 originally, didn't we? Yeah. So he's still in the pit. So Tyrant King is the only one. He's I would say he was on a lap, but his wing is not looking in too good of a condition. So I think he's going to be going back into the pit.
Definitely. Get it changed.
Yeah, so we'll just have a look at Mano, because he's on his second run, and he's our current pole sitter with that 38.2. I think he's just put a purple middle sector, so he's improving on his current time, as you would sort of expect with the track evolution by this point. Yeah, so we'll see what kind of improvement he gets here. And he breaks into the 37s, just into the 37s with a 37.946. So he's
a great lap.
Yeah, almost half a second away from second place now with that lap.
But we cut to PW Jones. I hope you can do that for me quickly.
I am
he's going through the middle section. Middle sector, yeah, he's going through the middle sector. 6.5 minutes to go. He might have the opportunity to do one more. If not, he will have to make this count. He is 4/10 off of the 37 lap times, just around 5/10 away from the current pole time. He's got a bit of traffic ahead, but hopefully he won't want to have that interfere with his lap too much. It's a nice run for the castle section. Not losing the rear too much, keeping it nice and steady on the exit, using as much tarmac as he can, running up as close to the barriers as he can without invalidating his time. That Alpine now just ahead. I think it's the Stokowski, but I think he's on loud up. Gets out of the way nice and early. Keep it straight under the brake and hit the curb. Cut it as much as you can. Run out wide. Don't hit the barrier. Don't lose any of your front wing. And here you want to avoid the curb, contrary to the corner before, and get onto the power as soon as you can. Coming through the fast sweep in sector 3. It's the fastest part of the lap, and it's leads you onto this 1 kilometer straight now. Turn 20, the right-hander, it's not barely even a turn, you don't have to really think about it. All you have to think about now is the DRS. Open it as soon as you can. I think he's out of battery. I can hear the engine dragging. He's going to come into the pits for a boys' lap.
You could see he wasn't improving on that one once, as obviously with the reset, he doesn't need to worry about the tyres, but obviously he's looking at that time, and there's no point going back round and wasting that time. So he obviously wants to get in, get some fresh boots, get back out. So I think KFC bloke, yeah, he's out. He's the only man currently on a lap, as he's just tapped the wall there going around turn 3. So it would have most likely lost some time there, because it would have slowed his exit, and he looks a little bit squarely there. He's fighting the car. As it appears, so at the moment. So he's on the run down into that castle section now. Looked nice and neat through there. It wasn't too bad on the exit out of castle section, but as he was going into sector 2, it definitely looked squarely from my point of view on the camera we had. He looked like he was battling the car a little bit, but he seems to have got it under his grips now.
Yeah, forgive me for the quietness. I was just dealing with some invites.
Yeah, no worries.
That KFC bloke was
But
about to say
he's,
his
yeah,
first lap.
see if he's saved enough battery for this final rundown now, where
I
it's
can
easy
show
to
his
lose
wheel.
a lot of time
He
if you
saved
haven't.
plenty of battery. I can see on his wheel. 10% as he crosses the line. Could have probably used a little bit more than that. Takes P8.
Yeah, manages to take P8 with a 38.9, so even though it looked a little bit squirrely when I first got on with him as he was coming into Sector 2, not bad of a time for him. He might have enough time to get round and quickly get back out.
Swifty follows that up with a time to go just behind him, and that means everyone in the lobby is is now on in laps or in the pits themselves. So they make it nice and easy to see who's coming out there, I guess, for the final runs.
Yeah. Should do, hopefully. As it's very quiet in the pit lane at the moment. Can't hear any engines starting up or anything, so people are just waiting. Oh no, we see somebody coming out now.
I just want to see a PW Jones, Luke scrap, maybe even a fake Mano
Oh no,
catalyst
that's somebody
entry.
in. That was, oh no, it's Luke. No, it is Luke's going out.
Kieran and Tyrant have both joined there, our late joiners.
Excuse me, my drink went down the wrong hole. Oh, yeah, excuse me for that. So yeah, Luke's our first man to make his way out for this final run, and I think PW Jones is the one behind. Yeah, he is the next man behind him on the run down to turn 3. So the two that are closest in the championship are as it is, are going to be the first two to get their final runs underway.
Yeah, that's going to be cinema, hopefully.
Yeah, because they're going to come in pretty, one after the other, if they stay that way on track at the minute in their current position. So yeah, I mean, a quick follow up, and then Mano is obviously up there to unsettle them a little bit more if he improves on that time that he currently has.
Yeah, looking unbeatable with a nearly half a second gap to the person in P2. That's LR Luke. Is it say Ty Luke or LR Luke for you?
LR Luke for me.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just call him Luke, I guess. He's going to start his final lap
Yeah,
now.
I'll just go by Luke. Yeah.
In the Aston Martin, he's going to come through turn 1, brake as late as you can. He's thinking about all that time. Turned in a little bit early. Their car just overreacting to the input that he had. Probably expecting less grip than he got. Hits the second curve. That's contrary to what we see for other drivers do. Hope it doesn't compromise exit too hard. He got the DRS open early. He's coming now down to turn 3. Turn 3, you can go as close to the wall as you dare because that curve is a pain. It is not actually elevated from the floor. This curve definitely is, and he gets a big bounce off it, a big snap coming out the exit. He's going to be losing time there. Purple for sector 1 though.
Yeah, he's a little tap of the wall. Don't know what corner that is.
That's okay, don't worry about it. That turn is turn 7. No, 6. Sorry.
It looked nice through Castle. He looked like he kept it planted through there, and he's bombing it now on the. See that inside curve there. If you take too much of that, can unsettle the car too much. So you sort of want to try and take it as tight as you can, but not be over greedy, should we say, with the curb.
Yeah, you got 2 corners back to back, turn 16 and turn 15 and 16. Sorry, that are quite opposites. You want to bounce off the curb of 15 and then completely avoid the curb of 16. But here, it's quite simple. Get your foot to the floor and open the DRS. Uses the rest of your battery. Luke, first across the line in the final laps of qualified. He doesn't even improve. PW Jones bombing it down the straight now. Out of turn 16, he comes in 17, 18, 19 and 20.
Improvement, Luke. Yeah, 3/10 improvement. Yeah, no positional improvement, but there was a 3/10. He went from a 38.4 to a 38.1. So yeah, no positional improvement there. So fake Mano looking good at the moment.
Jones.
He's coming. Oh, he has a slight improvement. Yeah.
Not enough.
So we got Alki now, who's close to them behind. He could, if he's getting any improvement, unsettle Jones and Luke. No, he's abandoned that. Ooh, and that was a very
Mano
aggressive pit entry.
improves the time to a
Oh,
1:37.6. He's
he is
now
half a
what,
second up.
4 tenths clear,
Yeah,
5 tenths clear. God.
yeah. This man is pumping the laps at the moment, and he is showing that he means business.
Yeah.
But
Alcoa
yeah, I think,
tires.
is it just Kieran now? Yeah, Kieran is going to be we've got Kieran and Swifty. So Kieran's the one that's about to cross the line to put
One
his
shot for
first and
Kieran.
only time. Yeah, one shot for him. He puts himself 13th, gets him 39.7, and then is Swifty on a lap? Yeah, no, he looks to be going quite slow. Yeah, I don't think Swifty's putting a fast lap down. He's going to have his moment across the line as he finishes us off for our first European qualifying in this league in Baku.
An interesting one at that. Fake Mano tops the session with a 4.5 tenth gap to Luke in P2. The championship contender PW Jones sits in P3 following his rival and the catalyst today. Fake Mano, the Pole, I believe that is that Poland? I don't want to get it wrong. I think that is Poland. Alki and Tito
Yeah, we
ran
had
out top
this
5.
yesterday, last night with Ricky. I think Monaco, it's red at the top, yellow, white at the bottom, the other way around.
Yeah, but
So I
there's
think
also
that is
Italy,
Poland. Yeah. So I think that one is Poland for Mano.
Oh, trick.
I remember having a
It is
discussion last night
Poland.
about it. Yeah, because
also EU,
Ricky
so.
thought it was Monaco.
But as we
They
set
are
this
very
session
similar.
anyway,
Yeah, carry
I'll
on.
take
Sorry.
you through some information. No, that's fine. So we had 2 penalties last week. We had 3 in total. One of them was Luke. He had contact with Juice. So Luke and Juice, second and third in the championship, getting close on track. 5 seconds was the verdict to Luke, our stewards, deeming him responsible. And that also, he finished P8 that race. He did drop positions due to that penalty, and also, as a consequence, PW Jones extends his championship lead. He did win last time out. Swifty and Fake Mano were both punished for using AI. Both had 5 seconds applied to their race time also. So that's interesting news. Last time out, Luke had a good start. He lost points on those penalties, and PW Jones gains Drivers' Championship points, as I said before, really cementing himself as a favourite for the championship. Raza, not present today, but he did have some dominant pace. We had a lap 1 safety car last time out also, so I wonder how that will fare today. We've seen people crash getting it out of the way now for the lobby restart.
Yeah.
So I wonder how
Get
that
all
will
of it out.
fare.
Any urge to do it, get it done now while you have the chance. Is Hilly's just stuck in the corner. Hilly, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, I should get this grid quickly set. Get this set as quickly as possible so we can get the racing action underway. And not keep everybody waiting too long. Obviously, they will be given a couple of minutes when we load back in on the grid to reapply their setups, get their strategies and everything ready for the race start. But this part, hopefully, it shouldn't take too long. Never usually does. So just bear with me a couple of minutes. I will be quiet myself as I concentrate on it a little bit. So yeah, what's your predictions? Let's go with a question. What's your prediction? What do you think with especially between PW Jones and Luke, as they're going to be starting by each other?
I predict that we will have a few safety cars and that the race will calm down around lap 10. And people will spread out and there'll be a few laps of quiet. Somebody will crash again. There'll be a safety car, it'll bring everyone together and we'll have a nice finish. That's what I think will happen. If I'm being truthful, but what I'm hoping for is a nice constant battle between Luke and PW Jones, Fake Manor in the fight also, and everyone keeping it clean. That's what I hope for.
Yeah, we always hope for some, hard battling but clean battling, at least. Keep it clean but fair. Hard but fair. So I'll get to the ghosting first. That's what I usually do first. Check that that's still fine. Yep, and then we'll get onto the grid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a 2-second voice break, I guess, while we set this up, and I'm going to get an energy break, try and make sure I don't yawn during the race.
We're missing Kieran. So it would be Ben. And then Tyrant. If he's not going to be back. So leave it. Oh, confirm changes. Let me double check it. Mano, Luke, Jones, outgoing. Tico, Heady, Juice. KFC, Swifty, Snowbody. Margin, Space, Fan, Ben. Yeah. So, yeah, we are set. Everybody's ready and up.
I can confirm that it's your turn to do the intro today.
Yeah,
I've been
no
keeping
problem.
track in my race notes. So
Yeah, I think Kieran he's gone, so we are one man down. We have
Who's
14 to start. Kieran from
dear.
Kieran from
Hopefully his AI
just been
starts.
told in the yeah. No, I don't think it should because we've had the lobby reset and he wasn't here.
No, he was here. He was definitely here.
Yeah, he was here, but he wasn't. I mean, like he wasn't here for restarting this race, so hopefully it shouldn't put him like any car in for him.
But is he not racing though? Is that
No,
what it is?
no. He's not right. Yeah, he's left the lobby.
Intentionally.
I believe so. I asked where he was, and I was told that he's gone clan racing. So.
Okay, so he's left to do something else. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So.
Don't know if that'll
yeah.
go down with the Mandem, but you know, we'll let it slide, I guess.
Well, yeah, that will get discussed afterwards. So yeah, everybody's got 2 minutes here to. They got another minute remaining. I've allowed till 7:33. For them to reapply their setups, do their strategy, and get ready to start this race. As we can see, it is the lovely, glorious sunshine is casting shadows on the pit lane as we wait. There is some cloud in the background, but as we know, as Azerbaijan, it's hot usually. I just didn't know how like common it was there to get any rain, but it's definitely warm. Is it warm? Like really warm? Yeah, it's like it's more than.
It can be in Eastern Europe
yeah.
sometimes, but it can also be cold.
Yeah, like warmer than here anyway.
Definitely, but also we get warm weather as well, and we'll get warm than other things. I don't know, maybe.
See, I'd like to be like Lanzarote, somewhere like that, where you're on the equator and like your lowest temperature, you barely ever get any lower than double figures. That would be glorious. That. I'm not one for the cold.
When you can go out in shorts in the winter, like
yeah, like your Christmas dinner's a barbecue.
That's such a nice thing when like you go outside and it's like not cold, but it's nighttime,
Yeah.
but it's not cold at all in the summer. It's like the nicest feeling.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it's also
I'm definitely not one for the cold. I hate the cold. If I could hibernate, I would.
No hibernation here in OTLR though. We've got a couple of moments until people are ready up.
Yep, I believe everybody should be doing that now. I'll just give them the nudge. No, I can hear the countdown, so I don't need to give them a nudge. Oh, good. So yeah, we are ready. They're all on the grid. The lights are on. We've got all 5. And we are off. Looks like the McLaren had a decent start with, there to keep it ahead of Luke. Luke didn't have too bad a start himself. He's kept it nice and close behind the McLaren. Alkai's got himself up into 3rd straight away as well, ahead of PW. PW's dropped just behind Tico now as well. He's lost out 2 positions off the start there. But back to Mano and Luke at the front. They seem to have had a nice clean getaway. Definitely Luke. He kept it tight behind Mano. As we see Juice getting ahead of Hilly into turn 3.
Yeah, there was a bit of a concertina to the back. There's a McLaren with damage. I think it's debutant MD, but tell you had a poor start. PW Jones instantly at turn 1 lost out to Alkai, and then Tico at some point following that. So that's not a good start for our championship leader. Luke had a bit of a snap out of turn 1, but he's kept his position. He's looking hot on the tail of Fake Mano now, but understeer into castle section on that one for Luke, and Mano is just eking that gap out a little bit more now.
Yeah, as the possible race strategies are coming up on screen, it says the hard medium or a 2-stop of hard medium. So, I think I've seen Mano tap the wall there. Yeah.
Turn 16.
Yeah, he's lost his end plate. I thought I saw the camera angle I had. He sort of went right under the camera as he heard the contact. So you didn't quite see it, but you definitely heard it.
Oh, you can see the understeer is getting already. He's running wide in the fast.
Yeah, Luke's all over the back end of him
complex.
Now. He's pulling out. Luke's going to go for it. He's pulled back. Yeah. Mano has the straight line upper hand now with having that lower downforce on the front wing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a quick retirement for MD as well. He's gone into the pits and he's hit 10-second penalty. That's unfortunate. We've got somebody spun. We've got a VSC. Tyrant King spun and lost his front wing at turn 1. So that will bring the race to a momentary halt. But
yeah, I think we've just seen Snowbody drop back as well. I think he was a little bit higher up. I think he's had a moment as the VSC come out.
Might be involved in that then.
Yeah, he definitely dropped back a couple of positions. It was either him or Ben that dropped. None of them seem to have any damage. Yeah, but something definitely went on between those. As we've just seen the Alpine, I just went on board with the Alpine. I think it was a Red Bull. Somebody's just lost an end plate. Yeah, it was the Alpine of KFC bloke. As I went on board with him there, coming into this turn 7, I think it is, or 6. He hit the wall on the outside and he's now lost his left end plate. Get out a bit of a tongue twister. Lost his left end plate.
Yeah, Tyron King's retired. I don't know if it's a crash. It's a
That is at the
section,
top
so
of
it could
Castle,
be.
yeah. It looks like he might have lost it coming up through the Castle section there.
Oh,
As
dear.
Margin has stayed in.
Alki drive through under VSC's sped. He's gone too early. That means Fake Mano and Luke are now left to fight on their own. PW Jones, the best he can get at the moment is a P3. Net P4 already.
Yeah,
Didn't see that.
they're all, yeah, you see cars pulling out now. You got the Ferrari and Haas battling Tico and Alki. PW Jones has just got through.
Yeah, Alki just going in to serve that penalty now. But Luke has passed Fake Mano into turn 1. I didn't see that move, but it means Tico, the battling ahead has meant Tico has been left in a good position here.
Yeah, and it's nice, you know, Margin, even though he's picked up that 10 seconds, he didn't, you know, call it quits too early. He knows anything can happen in the race. He's smart, and I think he would most likely. What does he start on? Let's have a little look at the tyres. If he's on the hard, no, he's on the medium, so he's most likely going to have to stop again. But if he started on the hards, I can't see. Then yeah, he can do a medium from here now for the rest of the race. But Mano has got himself half a second ahead of Luke, and Tico is all over the back of Luke now, and Jones. There's close between these top 5 before there's any sort of kind of gap with Hilly, who's 2 seconds behind. So he'll be susceptible to KFC bloke and probably Spaceman Bailey, because it's a very long a very long straight. This straight, and Mano looks like he's struggling with understeer there. He was very close to going in that outside wall through the little S section.
That'll be the front right end plate missing, and the consequences of that. But nonetheless, that's the fastest lap of the race so far. But what I'm conscious of is that the top 5 here, this little train, have all contains the top 3 in the championship. So this is going to be consequential no matter what happens. Yeah,
the fight is on already. Early in this race, you know, before we just started lap 4. As we see Luke looking down the inside into turn 3 on Mano. Oh, a little bit of contact. I think Mano just understeered to the wall and bounced back out into Luke. That's how it appeared. No, his left side of his end plate, which is the side that took the impact, seems to be okay, and Luke's looks to be okay.
He definitely made contact with the outside wall.
Yeah.
I was on board.
I think he understeered into the outside wall, and it's sort of just put him into Luke's path. But luckily, both of them lived to fight another lap. As we now see KFC DNF.
There we go. There's a BSC. Oh no.
Yeah, that's in Castle. I've just had a clear view of his car there, right in the middle of the as you go up into Castle section.
Oh no.
So Castle claiming its victim, second victim.
Give me the chance to then go through what I was going to say. Is that I never took you through any championship standings. We've got PW Jones top of the drivers championship with 127 points. Gap to Lucas 50 now. 49 at the moment, but we've rounded that up in gap to Juice. Behind him is a further 9 points, 69 points. Juice is on, that's last for him. Fajas and Cartier, both reserves and absent today, are 4th and 5th. So that is the Drivers' Championship as it stands.
Looks like Mano got a good start from that VSC then. He pulled a little bit from Luke. So I jump in, jump in there as you were finishing off then. It looked like the gap between him and Luke grew a little bit as we had the DRS enabled and as back under green flag, but obviously Luke has managed to bring that back in now, down under half a second again. So yeah, Spaceman Bailey 5 seconds behind his teammate Juice, so that's our biggest gap at the moment from this front pack. He's sort of on his own because Ben's behind, another 4 seconds behind. So
Tell you what,
yeah, I would
Mano's struggling.
imagine. Yeah, that this sort of phase now, you would be starting to think of tyre management. And from what I was hearing drivers saying after the AM race on Monday, the temperatures were not very easy to hold around here.
What, tyres were getting cold?
Yeah, they were struggling. They were quite a few people complaining that they weren't able to keep any sort of temperature in the tyres, especially on the white ones, on the hards. So that could be one factor, yeah, that's coming in with why some people seem to be struggling a bit with understeer, as well as obviously Mano's got that damage.
I think he's due another contact with the wall and he's going to have catastrophic damage.
Yes, we've got a yellow flag sector 2. I think that was Hilly. Yeah, it is. Hilly's dropped back. He's had a moment. I think I saw damage on the left end plate of his wing as well. Or it's just blending in with his tyre. He's definitely had a moment because he's dropped off, and the yellow flag came up in sector 2.
Fake Mano is saving and Luke takes to the lead. Now, I wonder if that's a strategic pass from Fake Mano. He's going to be looking to lose the least amount of time as he can. So he's going to want that DRS. Oh, he's run wide.
That's Tico's looking.
Spawn.
I thought Tico was going to go have a little look on Mano then if he had a bit more of a run. He definitely pulled to the side of him, but he didn't have the momentum to make the run into that corner, or he thought better of it. So yeah, Luke's now taking the lead, and he's currently doesn't have any damage as it shows us on the wing, any substantial damage anyway from what we can see. So I imagine now with the damage that Mano's got, and as these mediums start to age, that Luke should be able to pull some sort of gap. All depends on whether he can get out of DRS soon enough and how strong it is. He is close. Yeah, there we go. There's the second.
It literally flicked us 1.00 something.
Yeah, it was very close.
The DRS detection zones, I think so. Yeah, we'll soon find out.
We'll soon see, yeah, because that will make Mano prey to that Ferrari of Tico that's right behind him. Yeah, he doesn't have his wing open.
Luke, fastest lap. There you go.
Yeah, as I was saying, Luke now should, with the obviously without having that damage, should be able to pull some sort of gap away from Mano, because I would imagine Mano is really starting to feel the damage now with the degradation on the tyres, and he'll probably be looking to stop soon, as we can see the Ferrari now, Tico making that move on Mano, and Mano is looking like he's gone for the switchback, but puts him on the outside of turn 4. He's going for the switchback again. It's a double attempt. He can't quite get it done. No, he is not giving up without a fight. Definitely not. Double switchback attempt there. So yeah, some nice race. Even though he's got the damage to his wing, he's still able to put up some decent racing, like defending action, and give us something to see. So yeah, Luke is now, he's gained a second and a half this lap. He's pulling away now with these two battling, and then the damage. But Tico's now ahead of Mano, so.
Oh, Tico damage.
Who was that?
Damage,
yep, he definitely. I saw something come off. I don't know if that was a piece of wall or a piece of car. No, the wing seems to be okay. No end plates lost.
I think might be green damage.
Yeah, it might be very, very light. But yeah, that's Jones now who's looking at that podium position. He's oh, what a lovely view we've got here of the helicopter of Jones and Fake Mano both getting past Tico there down the straight, and the Red Bull getting up close behind Tico into turn 1.
Yeah, P1, P3 in the championship, watching P2 run away with it as it stands. So this will be good for Luke in the championship standings. PW Jones is going to be looking to get past and catch as soon as possible.
Yeah, so he's got himself into that podium position, as you know, fighting for it at the moment. But yeah, he'll be wanting to clear Mano as quickly as he can, so he doesn't any time that he's going to lose behind with that damage that Mano has, he doesn't want to lose too much and let Luke get too far down the road if he's going to have any kind of pace to catch him back up.
That gap is falling though.
Yeah, I wonder if Luke's had a moment. Let's have a little look on board with Luke. So, no, his wing looks okay. He's looked a bit squiggly there at the top of Castle, so I think he's struggling on the rears.
I was going to say, grip doesn't look to be at its highest at the moment for Luke.
No, so maybe these are suffering the same fate that the AM1 guys were.
And that's the first full course safety car.
And that has probably come at a perfect time for the guys on mediums. All them guys on mediums now, which is majority of the people in. There's only Juice who's out on the hards, and then MD in the McLaren in 11th who had that early stop for damage, I think it was, wasn't it? So yeah, everybody else, all the medium runners I'd expect to stop. Whether Juice is going to follow them or not, I don't know. He has.
I'm just going to pull up the tier 1 race and see what's going on over there where we have a safety car. But yeah, that's good for the medium runners. PW Jones is not inherited the lead, has he? Or is that just under stops?
I think that was, yeah.
Fake Mano will stop that wing.
Juice is the only man that's probably going to be kicking himself with this safety car. It all depends how racy his mediums are, and from this point I would imagine it's going to be a 2-stop on their mediums. So it's all about putting quali laps in for him and the pacey laps if he can, because I doubt these hard guys will be wanting to stop. But as I was saying earlier, the hard tyre, from what I've heard, isn't a very nice tyre to be on, and isn't very racy either. It isn't a very pacey tyre, so yeah, I think we're in for a few squabbles with everybody being bunched back up. Squabbles in a good way, you know, a few like on-track battles. In that is what in that sense I mean, not like bickering type of squabbling.
Sorry, I was trying to put up the stream, but I can see there isn't one at the moment. I don't know if they're not streaming the race or if it's been postponed or what. Fighting Manos needed.
Yeah, there was last minute changes, wasn't there, for EU1? So I don't know whether. Yeah, Corey's not streaming, so I think Ricky was doing it. So whether he's not been able to get it running on YouTube maybe or something. We'll soon find that one out. I imagine they're probably running the race maybe if the stream's not up.
He's running on Ricky's.
Oh, is he
Twitch.
running it from his Twitch,
yeah.
is he?
Oh, okay.
That makes sense, that. Maybe he didn't have
like
it all set up for YouTube.
Yeah, something a last minute thing.
Yeah, for anybody who's in watching this who doesn't know, the EU1 normally is on YouTube, so that's why we're mentioning YouTube. But today it's on the main man's Twitch itself.
Yeah, I mean, awesome. So long as the race is being streamed and it is being provided to the people, I believe that's all we can ask for. Yeah,
it will all be uploaded to YouTube and that and everything, where like normal after the race, or where all our races go on our YouTube channel. So if you can't find them on Twitch, they will be on the YouTube to watch back at any time for anybody that is it taken part or you know, and they want to watch their races back. We got some snazzy, I think is the word, some snazzy thumbnails for them as well, haven't we? Yeah, like some of the thumbnails, they're quite nice. Like the pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
But LR Luke and Jones, the battle is on with them two when this safety car gets underway, because obviously that little bit of gap that Luke had has been neutralised now, and PW Jones is right there, and the battle is in the championship currently. The closest battle for the lead is between these two. So I think yeah, Jones will be wanting to. After I think did Jones lose points last week? After you were mentioning it at the start of the race, or was it was Luke, wasn't it? Sorry, who dropped positions last week.
Penalty after the race for contact and dropped a couple of positions. I think he only extended the lead by like, a couple of points. So.
Yes, Luke definitely is going to want to get them elbows out and try and keep PW behind to have any because every point is going to count from now to the moment. Well, it counts all the time, but it's definitely going to count from now to the end of the season.
So the gap, no, it was 28. So it was 28 points the gap last week, and now it's 49.
So he gained quite a few last week. I was expect to see if we're going to get the call. It's have happened, so it looks like we're going to go another lap behind the safety, because we've still got Hilly catching up behind.
Yeah.
So you see everybody zigzagging, so quite aggressively. So yeah, I think these guys might be having the same issue that AM1 were having, even though the sun's out and on the track. Yeah, they were saying that just tyre temps on the hards were not it. They were hard to sort of maintain any temperature in them.
Soon underway. I think it'll be the end of this lap.
Yeah, Hilly's back on the coming down the straight now behind them. He should be with them in the next couple of corners.
Oh, was Fake Mano just rear-ended? Juice. Hope he doesn't get penalty for that. Or damage.
Yeah, he looks to be okay with damage if he did.
Well, yeah, it looks to have gotten away with it. It was definitely contact, but I just wanted to ask a bit.
Yeah, I think the safety cars should definitely have the call for it on this lap now, as everybody's back in the bunch and ready to get going. I'll let you take this one away as I had the race start. If you want to.
Yeah. Have we had the call?
I haven't said there it is. We have now.
There we go. The call has been sent by the stewards, and we are underway at the end of lap 11 onto lap 12. So it's going to be Luke and PW Jones, the championship contenders, battling themselves away between themselves as we get underway. We're just going to let the safety car go away, and it's now on LR Luke to decide when we get racing.
Yeah, so the safety car's just going in the pit lane now, so he should be able to go whenever he's ready.
He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting, he's gone. No, he hasn't, no, he hasn't, he's waiting. Still waiting. Yeah, it's his discretion. He can go whenever he likes. He is the lead car. He dictates the pace, and he's gone. He's gone, and PW Jones is not fooled by it. Gap
Some
is
manner on the
maintaining.
outside.
Yeah, gap's
Sorry,
maintaining.
yeah, I thought there was a contact then. It looked like a little bump.
Oh, there's definitely
contact.
contact.
There definitely was contact that time.
T-car's damage on the left side and the right side is going to be all over the place now. Juice and Fake Mano go past. That was probably going to be a penalty for Fake Mano, if I'm being honest. He definitely made contact and he's pulled over now, Tico.
Yeah, so go down the offshoot there, yeah, the off-road.
Almost as if his front wing
Mano looked to have, off the launch, it looked like Mano got his foot down a bit better than Tico, and he was up alongside him into turn 1, and they were sort of battling at it with each other then into turn 2, where we saw the contact happen.
Yeah, I mean, front drivers have managed to maintain themselves close together. So I wonder how they're about halfway through the race now.
Yeah, just coming up. Next lap marks the halfway point. So Luke has managed to get a little bit of gap to. He's going to want to try and get as much as he can under this lap before that DRS gets re-enabled. So, because it won't be enabled this lap, if I'm correct, it would be the next lap. After turn 2, where they'll get the first helping. But PW seems to have the straight line. He must be burning, or just has the straight line speed over LR Luke, because he closed the gap a little bit down that straight.
Yeah, just calmed itself down out of the race a little bit. Here behind though, there's a couple of cars close together, Swifty and Alki. Swifty makes the move.
As we see Margin dropping back. Yeah, he's dropped right back. He looks to have damage on that right side wing, I think. Just dropped back about 3 or 4 positions. Yeah, he's missing his right end plate. He dropped back about 3 or 4 positions there. As he's making a move on Snowbody. Snobody's on the inside and still makes slight contact with the Alpine in front of Ben. Manages to keep ahead of MD coming out of through the castle section. So these three at the back, well, not right at the back, because Tico unfortunately has had that moment and fallen further off with having to stop. As we've got a yellow flag in sector 2.
Didn't see what that yellow flag was for.
No, I can't see what that's for. I couldn't even see where it was marking it on the track. Yeah. But we'll go back with these lead guys now as they're on the DRS, and PW Jones this time will have the DRS.
I don't know what's happened to Juice and
Swifty. He's
Swifty.
dropped right off.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happened between those.
Definitely had a moment. I mean, Juice is the one that's on those mediums, isn't he? He's the only one that's on a different tyre. Hards. I can't off the top of my head without looking. No, he went on the mediums. Yeah, mediums. Hilly is also on the mediums there in 5th. Current biggest gain is Swifty. No, Ben, 7 positions since the start. And then Swifty has gained 6 there, sat in 3rd position currently.
Oh, fake mono DNF. Where did that come from?
Oh yeah. I haven't seen that come up. I saw a penalty come up on the screen, yeah. But I didn't see it come up saying that. No, I missed that one. That might have been what that yellow flag was for then. I don't know, it hasn't. Whoa, what a camera we had through there. It terrifies me every time going through Castle. We had an on board there with the LR Luke, and you can, as you could see, just how quickly you have to fling it in that section for anybody, if there is anybody who doesn't know and hasn't driven that bit.
Yeah, just having to moderate quickly.
Yeah, I've got a lovely Felix ad that's just come up. See this ad too many times in a day. So yeah, Luke has managed to break the DRS now on that last lap from PW Jones. PW Jones doesn't have the wing open, and he is flashing. Where I didn't see Luke flashing down that part of the straight anyway. But then, yeah, we've had that little drop off from 3rd with Alki and Swifty currently battling. Swifty's all over the back of Alki, and he's going to have the DRS from this corner, turn 2 now on the run down to turn 3. It's the shorter of the 2 DRS. He doesn't have enough to get the move done into turn 3, so he's going to stay behind for now. So yeah, we've got just a nice little battle with these two. PW Jones has managed to get himself back into the 1 second of LR Luke so far. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I was keeping on the Discord chat quickly.
Yeah, this seems to be where Luke gains it, coming out of Sector 2 into Sector 3, where he gains some time. PW's still flirting right on the edge of that 1 second for the DRS. We'll see whether he manages to stay under it. It looks like he might this time round to claim it. Yep, 9/10. He's going to have it this time round. He's managed to just get it through the skin of his teeth this time. So that will... he won't have enough of a run with the gap that he has to Luke, but it definitely should close that up a little bit. He hasn't opened it. It said 9/10 for me as he went over the line, so I don't know why his wing isn't open there. I don't know why it's not giving it to him, or if he's just not chosen to open it. It's very strange, but on my screen, and anybody who was watching will be able to confirm, because they would have saw the same thing. As he went past the DRS detection, he was definitely 9/10 behind.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just moderating Discord, but I'll stay focused on the race for now. It's just all calmed down a little bit with the gaps opening up and the few drivers we have got left on this difficult circuit as it is.
Yeah, I'll let you deal with that in the chat. We've got 10 laps left here now, so they've currently done 7 front 2, 7 on these hards. Obviously looking to take them to the end. There'll be 17 total, so they should be able to go to the end on them. And PW Jones is managing to keep himself there with Luke. Like this time round, he's even closer than he was last time. So let's see what the game does this time, because he should have had DRS. For me, he should have definitely had it on the last lap. So we'll see whether it's giving it to him this lap or whether he's just not opening it.
He's probably just biding his time.
He has got it open this time, yeah.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
So we're seeing positions changing here. Let's quickly flick on board. We've got Hilly and Snowbody side by side into turn 1. Snowbody's on the inside. Hilly looks to have got himself ahead for turn 2. Yeah, definitely got himself ahead for turn 2. So we've got a squabble with 4 cars going on here with Hilly, Snowbody, Ben and MD. Yeah, nice little squabble with 4 of these cars. As Snowbody's it looks to get himself back ahead. Does do under braking into turn 3. Hilly, it looked like Hilly was debating a switch back there, but decided to tuck in behind the Ferrari. So there's slight contact there as Hilly pushes him through turns. Is that 5 and 6? Oh, really close with that front wing on the back end of Snowbody again. Hilly is itching to get past Snowbody here. Definitely seems to be quicker into the corners. Just keep an eye on that gap at the front in a minute while we're on board with these. PW Jones is still 8/10 behind as they're going down the straight. So we'll just have a little look on them running down the straight now and then go back to that little group in a second.
I can see not too much going on besides that
mainly
PW
just that
Jones
group,
is
isn't it?
lurking. Yeah, and that group there towards the back as well.
Sort of got Alkai running his own race, currently 4.5 seconds behind in third, and then Swifty doing the same. Yeah, Swifty can see Alkai ahead. He's close enough to see him around most corners, but it's just not close. But that's under half a second between Jones now. It looks like Jones maybe have had a couple of laps recharge. No, he's still flashing completely, like it's not going off. I think Jones is just sort of managing, setting himself up, like, preparing himself for this duel that I'm hoping we're going to see between these two before the end of the race, as we've got 8 laps left now. at 7.5. Includes the half that they run of this one. See, it's that bit. Coming out of Castle into Sector 3 is where Luke seems to gain most of the time. He seems to do that most laps. And then Jones will bring it back down here into Sector 1. Definitely flirting with the DRS detection this time.
I think that come lap 24, we'll see a jump from PW Jones.
A charge.
Yeah.
He'll go on the hunt. Got a nice helicopter shot there of Luke, who just put the fastest lap in, 41.1 there. Currently the fastest lap of the race. So Luke's not doesn't seem to be struggling too much with these hards. I mean, he might be, but he doesn't appear to be. That doesn't mean they feel good for him.
Yeah, sometimes
he's just managing them.
You hit that middle ground for ages, and it's just the worst.
Jones is just hanging there, though. He is managing to keep himself. This is where we sort of see any sort of gap grow from Luke is through the next few corners. Might just be a confidence thing. Luke could just be a lot more confident going into Castle than Jones.
The margins are still thin, though. One mistake from Luke or PW Jones in the championship is completely finished.
Oh, I just went on board with Swifty there and saw him tap the wall into Castle. I think he's lost his right end plate. Yeah, he's definitely got damage on that right wing from it. So yeah, just what a moment to go on board with him, literally as he touched the wall. So Castle is claiming its victims today, as it always likes to do to a few people. Well, that gap between that middle pack, they've all seemed to have separated a little bit now with Hilly, MD, Ben and Snowbody. Snowbody's the one that's right on the back of Ben. Yeah, he's going to go past him down this straight.
Quite an easy move. See if I'll have a defensive retaliation. I don't think we will. Hasn't got the power of the DRS or the speed. PW Jones out of DRS brutally.
Yeah, so is this now... Oh, we see an end plate go flying there. I think that was off of Snowbody. Yeah, he's got no end plates on either side of the wing, does he? No, he's got no end plates at all. So this should make him easy pickings for Ben, as there's slight wheel banging in the braking zone, but all seems to be okay between them. They've both lived. Is Ben going to get the switch back? Is out of turn 4? No, he can't get the run down into turn 5 and 6. So those two are the only two that properly battling with each other at the moment, as everybody seems to have broken away and running their own sort of race at this point.
Yeah, Ben, the assist Aston Martin, his teammate is the championship rival. He's lurking on the back of Snowbody Cares. Snowbody Cares a stricken car, so I don't think it'll be too hard for him to dispose of. Nobody cares when he catches it.
Yeah, he manages to get himself ahead. He should obviously be able to put it through the corners a lot quicker than Snowbody will be able to.
Definitely.
PW Jones is still right on the 1 second though, as we're coming into the final 5 laps. So yeah, Ben manages to get himself ahead, nice and easy, way before the break-in into turn 1 there, and I'd imagine now I think he's now lost an end plate. So I think, where did that happen?
PW Jones lost an end plate?
No, Ben.
Oh.
Ben had both end plates a minute. Yeah, both. I think he might have had a bit of contact then with Tico that I've missed. maybe as he was behind him coming to the end of that last lap, because he went past him down the straight and it seemed to be alright when he went past. So, but last lap his wing was fully intact and now it's not, so definitely something's gone on with his wing. As Hilly is now getting up close behind Swifty. He's half a second, so Hilly looking to get himself another position and get himself up into 4th.
Hilly's resurgence.
He's had a, I was just about to say, he's had a great comeback. You know, really, he's been a bit unlucky in a couple of races, but his pace is like coming back to him as he's now going past. Sorry, excuse me. He passed his teammate on the run into the S's before the main straight. I think his teammate sort of let him pass there, so Swifty carrying damage. He knows that he's just going to hamper Hilly, and he's probably got more chance trying to stay with Hilly behind with the damage that he has than fighting him instead. As we've seen MD going into the pits, I'd imagine that's just to put some softs on and go for the fastest lap, I think. No, it is for damage. He is having a wing replaced.
Oh dear.
So a very late wing replacement there from MD.
Yeah, I mean, wing
I don't think he's lost
in.
anything massive positionally, is he? One position. He was with Ben, I think, behind him.
And I don't know if you're interested at all, but Arsenal have just got a penalty.
What's the? Is it 0-0? They
Still 0-0, yeah, but
yeah.
And Arsenal have a penalty.
What is their aggregate?
3-0 to Arsenal still.
So yeah, oh yeah, they had a great, I remember the game now.
Something to speak about as this race comes to a close. Got 5 laps to go when we cross the line.
I don't want to speak about mine. Mine play tomorrow against Leon. And we're not doing so great, so I'd rather not speak too much and just what happens at the moment with this team and with mine with Manchester United. It's just you don't know what's going to happen, do you? I think they might turn up, they might not at the moment. So yeah. After what we did.
Position, sorry.
Yeah, I've just with you noticing his name, I'm just seeing he's got himself way back in that 1 second. So yeah, I'll let you carry on.
Sorry, PW Jones. He's been playing a blinder here. He's staying just close enough to Luke. Not close enough to damage his front tyres or anything like that, but just close enough to stay in the DRS.
I think he's on that charge now that you were on about a minute ago, you know, saving and then he's going to charge, because when I was on board with him before, his light was flashing pretty much the whole lap, and now the light seems to be going off, so he is definitely using battery now.
I'm going to find the fastest lap. Oh, Luke has the fastest lap point at the moment. Saka steps up. He's going to take his penalty. I'll let you know.
Oh, is he back? When did he come back? I didn't even realise Saka was back playing off injury. Yeah, that's how much I pay attention to Arsenal.
I'll let you know how he goes. I have a feeling he might miss. Oh, he's Panenka'd it and missed it.
He hasn't.
No, that's naughty.
Juice is DNF off of Juice. What's that? Oh. Where is he there?
Safety
car. It's in Castle. It's Castle. Safety car right at the end. So this will stay out.
Right at the death. Oh,
this will have to go in by 25, 24. It's got to be 2 racing laps, so it'll only be out for a lap. It'll be out and then back in at the end of 24 to allow 2 racing laps. It's going to be a very quick safety. That was Juice in the Castle. It looks like Castle claimed another victim.
That's not even Saka though on a somewhat irrelevant note. But yeah, as we're now in safety car, I think it's going to calm down a second.
Yeah, but what that does do is everybody's going to most likely stop, go on the soft, and the battle is well and truly on. We have a battle for these last couple of laps between PW Jones and NR Luke, and I'm quite excited to see what happens here. because as they know themselves that they're rivals, they're the ones battling with each other, so you know the pressure's there going to be there between them. They're going to be looking at each other wanting to beat one another, so as with that added pressure of the championship battle between them, and it not just being for the position itself, could have a good couple of laps here from these two, and then obviously everybody behind is going to be bunched back up, so anybody could be there to unsettle them two as well.
Fastest lap point is for Luke at the moment, so as it stands, he'll be taking
I don't know why I was on board there.
8 points off of PW Jones's lead, so it'll be 41 points come next week as it stands.
Yeah, obviously the one position change between them, it's only a couple of points in difference, but like I was saying before, every point matters now as we're in these crunch races, the lead up on this backside of the season. We've got Austria next week
in this lap.
So there's the call, as I was saying before, it would have to come in by the end of 24 to give us those 2 racing laps. So the battle is now on, and we are ready. As Hilly's there in 4th, he's managed to get himself up into 4th. Okay, he got himself up there. He was getting there, but I think he's gained another one. He was in 5th, wasn't he? I think Hilly's managed to gain himself another position somewhere. And he now has a chance at a podium.
Yeah, Luke now is this the first restart he's done today? It might be the second.
No, I think Luke took the first one away, didn't he? And he went very late, so
yeah.
This is the second one that Luke's going to lead us away.
Yeah, he's some lagging going on, I believe. I hope that hasn't ended badly. I think that was some lagging going on. Yeah. Oh dear. There's some contact.
Oh, I've just seen an Aston Martin and Tico, I think it was.
Yeah.
Ben and Tico. We've got a slow moving McLaren on the inside. He didn't seem to pull out that corner too hastily. But we'll stay on board with these front 3 now as the battle for position. They've managed to get a little bit of gap to 4th. So it is all a matter of these 3 now, is the way it stands, of fighting for who's going to claim what podium position. But Luke is the one that's currently looking to claim the win and has led majority, if not all, of this race. No, not all of it, was it? Because we had Fake Mano pole and lead away. So yeah, Luke's led majority. So yeah, he will definitely be wanting to have his elbows out and claim that win that he's held. What, you going to say something then?
Yeah, no, I just stopped myself because you used PW Jones, he's been really good all season. I think he'll be a deserving champion if it were to stay like this, unless it was to have a stinker second half of the season. Going on to the final lap, this is where we're going to see the attack from PW Jones. Alkai out of nowhere, though, he's still in the fight with this.
Yeah, we've got definitely, that's what I say, between these 3, it's a fight of who's going to claim what podium position.
Alkai goes for it.
Alkai, ooh!
Just wasn't committed enough.
Yeah, just couldn't get the exit on PW.
Prevents that PW Jones, though, from going to the move, but the move's going to come nonetheless. I wonder when it will happen. I think it might be across the line.
But Tico is doing Luke favours, because the more Tico makes PW look behind, the less he looks in front.
Might see a 3-way fight to the line here. It might be a
this
drag
could
race.
Be. It could be.
It's going to be in trouble.
Setting up for it, isn't it? If they've and with the safety car, they would hopefully. Well, I say hopefully. You would have thought they'd still have quite a high battery count.
Luke and PW Jones are quite level on battery. Alkai's a little bit lower than both of them. So at the moment, I'd say PW Jones is a favourite to win this. He'll have track position and the DRS.
So we've got the final couple of corners now. Any like major braking, there's one more corner of braking, and then it's flat out down to the line.
Alcoy's had a good run, but a snap on the exit, so I don't think he'll be able to make it. Luke is at a good exit, but PW Jones has had the best one, and he's going to be well
And
within
Jones
the fight
is
here.
coming. He is coming.
Sets on the ERS, and his DRS is going to come. Luke's almost out of battery already. They're both almost out of battery. He's going to go into the line.
The wings
PW
open.
Jones
Here we go. Who's going to go? PW Jones gets it. Oh, that's close. Oh, look at the time. I think that was 400s. I'm going to have to go back in the stream to get the results because he's retired right at the end.
I've clipped it, yeah.
Yeah. If you can do that for the results, because obviously my screenshot's not going to count. All my screenshot is going to do is for obviously any penalty, the race times. But
yeah, he was second by 44,000.
It was 44,000. Yeah, that was on the line. Well in PW. Fair enough. Like great management. Kept himself right behind Luke. He managed the race well. Any one of those two are deserving winners.
Yeah, it's just as much a mental game as it is a racing game. When you're sitting behind in P2 for the whole time, and the only time you'll get the lead is literally for about 50 meters. I don't think PW Jones has Xbox though, so I don't think he'll be able to have an interview. None of the top three do.
No interviews today by the looks of it.
You do need to stick around after the race though, because I need to chat to you quickly. I don't know if you saw what the big man added us for, but I'll let you know.
No, I haven't looked in the Discord yet, so.
But yeah, I'll take you through the race order. PW Jones is the winner, followed by Luke, who's gone down in the classification as DNF because he left quite quickly. Just getting nipped on the line, Alkai, Swifty, and Tico, the top five. Hilly, Nobody Cares, RHT Ben, MD, and then, well, they run out. They are your finishers. Just the order confused me a second there. But yeah,
so
what a race.
For the official, for Luke's time, and that will have to go back in the stream, but
I've got a clip of the race, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So I'll just post the screenshots that I have, and then get like Ricky or myself or something. We'll just add your clip to it or something, so just so Ricky can put the results in correctly, and we don't get no complaints from anybody being wrongly positioned.
You should just be able to slow
right
in
on
P2
the line
by
there, yeah. It should be able to. Hopefully. Yeah. That safety car saved. I mean, PW was still right there anyway, but I think that safety car helped him out with his battle against Luke. So yeah, the championship battle with those two is well and truly in full flight.
Yeah, unfortunately for Luke though, PW Jones is going to extend his lead come next week due to that last little getting him on the end. It's so mad how a couple of meters can swing your gain or losses for 1 week's work.
Yeah. So yeah, no interviews. So that concludes us for this week. Next week for round 9 we'll be back in Austria.
It is Austria.
Yep. So that's another close following track, isn't it? So that should be a fair bit of racing action on that one, I'd imagine.
Oh. You'll be happy to. I don't know if you'll be happy to hear this, but a penalty for Real Madrid apparently.
So yeah, I think that's us. That's us for this week.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So.
If you want me to close up, I can if you want.
If you can do if you want.
Yeah. So that concludes our race for off the line racing season 3, round 8. Here in Baku, Azerbaijan. If you would like to be part of the Discord community, then exclamation mark Discord in the chat, you'll get a link, and then you can join us. And there are racing seats available, and there are seats in the community for people to join. And then next time out, we are at Austria. So join us next week. We have American tiers and European tiers throughout the week. Make sure you are involved. And without further ado, I'll say good night to everyone. Let you all go. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Yep. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.